home defeat at Odsal against Toulouse, and he replaces Jordan Lilly, who is a late withdrawal after not passing a late fitness test. So the Bulls will line up with Brandon Pickersgill at full-back, the wing three-quarter line, Defogging Johnston, Rhys Evans, Ross Oakes and Ethan Ryan. The halves, Elliot Minchella and Matty Wildy. The forwards, Liam Kirk, Sam Haller, Steve Crossley, Matt Garside, Connor Farrell and Mikey Wood at loose forward. And on the interchange bench, it packs a lot of punch this afternoon. George Flanagan, Callum Bustin, James Green and Matt Staunton. The referee this afternoon is Gareth Ewer. He was the Challenge Cup final referee back in 2016 when Hull famously lifted the trophy for the first time at Wembley after beating Warrington, and he's given Bradford an early penalty with 20 seconds gone on the clock. So Bradford will play towards their supporters to our right in this first half. The sun beaming, blazing down here at the Halton Stadium, and immediately 2 tackles gone following that penalty on tackle number 1 for hands in at the ruck. It'll see Steve Crossley play the ball 10 metres shy of the halfway line. It'll go from Halles towards Minchella. Minchella's first carry, and he's going to be brought down just inside the Vikings half. They're going to come down this short hand side, and it's a crisp pass from Halles once again, and he finds it into the arms of Connor Farrell. Farrell gets up, plays the ball on the Vikings 40-metre line, back in centre field towards Minchella. Minchella looks for options, finds Kirk. Kirk on a strong drive, his first try in over 2 years last weekend in that 16-6 victory over Batley. It goes back to Pickersgill. They're on the last tackle, the Bulls, and that's going to be dealt with by Jack Owens at full-back for the Vikings. So the Vikings line up, for those just joining us a little bit late, on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Jack Owens at full-back. The wing three-quarter line of Keenan Brand, Christine, Anthony Gelling and Ryan Hinds. The half-back partnership of Danny Craven and Tom Gilmore. The forwards, Het Cahill, Jordan Johnston, Harrison Hansen, Sam Wilde, Brad Walker, and at loose forward, McGrath Lulawai. And on the interchange bench for Kieran Purtell's Vikings, Ched and Jay Chapelhout, Lloyd Roby and Owen Farnworth. John Keir keen to focus on the line speed and ruck control this afternoon. And so far so good for the Bradford Bulls, because Widnes, they're just inside the Bradford half on the last tackle. It'll go out a dummy half from Jordan Johnston towards Danny Craven. Craven finds touch 10 metres out from the Bradford line. No real urgency from Ethan Ryan and Ross Oakes on the far stand side to get involved with that ball, and it will be a scrum to the Bradford Bulls. Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 with Mick Gledell and Ross Peltier this afternoon. 2.5 minutes gone, 0-0.
Yeah, it's been a good start from both sides, really. You know, the boys got an early penalty, and yeah, we tested out this right hand side. I don't know where we're going to stick there, but yeah, good set from both of them.
Jordan Lilly just tweeted prior to kick-off, gutted not to be out there today, just couldn't shake off this dead leg. All the best to the boys, though. A big game and a big 88 minutes coming up for the Bradford Bulls. And can we say a warm welcome afternoon to Mark and Karen Lilly, listening in from Fuerteventura. He's used the Bulls Live hashtag, and also Howard Johnson saying not at the game today, listening on Pulse Radio. I think Jordan Lilly will be a huge loss, if I am being honest. So Bradford from that 10 metre scrum, they're on their own 40 metre line, out a dummy half from Halles to Crossley. Crossley's brought down on the 5th and last tackle. They're on the halfway line, centre field. Halles to Pickersgill. Pickersgill kicks into space. Once again, it's going to turn around the Vikings, and Jack Owens will be forced to field the ball from his own in goal area, up to the 10, up to the 20, finally up to the Widnes 30 after a mazy run on that left edge, attacking Matt Wildy and Ethan Ryan. And that's the second tackle gone now for the Widnes Vikings, and they're already 10 metres shy of the halfway line as a strong pass goes towards Harrison Hansen. Harrison Hansen's lost the ball. It's gone back in centre field to Craven, and here come the Vikings once again up to the halfway line on centre field. That's the third tackle gone here. Quick play the ball. They're going to come probing on this left-hand edge. Short, crisp pass there. And that will see Sam Wilde brought down on the Bradford 40-metre line. Out of dummy half from Jordan Johnston once again. Probing, looking for options. Steve Crossley and Sam Hallas come in the tackle, and the referee Gareth Fewer will even the penalty count up because he's going to say Hallas, Kirk and Crossley, they've stolen the ball. There's 3 on 1 and it's a penalty just to the left hand side of the post, and I think Widnes are going to tap the ball here, and here we go. They're keeping the pressure on as Hep Cahill carries Widnes inside the Bradford 20 for the first time this afternoon. 5 minutes gone on Pulse 2. 0-0 the score here as good interlinking play between Craven and Gilmore will see a short pass to Walker on that right hand edge, and they're just 10 metres out now. Back they're going to come in centre field to Craven. Craven manages to get the ball alive, and here we go. Sam Wilde once again to McGrath Lulawai. Lulawai's brought down now 2 metres out from that Bradford try line as Danny Craven disuses his power and pace to get past Brandon Pickersgill and Matt Garside, and he'll touch down to the left hand side of the post, and that was far too easy for the Widnes Vikings. 6 minutes gone on the clock, and the Bulls first to concede. It is the Widnes Vikings 4, Bradford Bulls 0, and it's Danny Craven, a try last week in the 20 points to 4 victory over Barrow. He's been at the Vikings since 2010, and he opens the scoring.
Yeah, you know, Widnes with Hep Cahill and Harris Nansen and Lulawai, you know, they're really getting them some good go forward, and you know we need to be a lot better there. I think Mike Garside and Pickers have just took the dummy on Harris Nansen there. Thought he was going to hit the lead, and he's gone himself. So poor try to concede from the boys, but you know we need to just regather and start again, really.
So Danny Craven's try right next to the posts, and it is going to be Jack Owens from just about in front here at the Halton Stadium. The Pulse 2 kick predictor says he has a 90% chance. As we said, Bradford 8th in Betfred Championship, played 6, won 3, lost 3, 6 points. The Vikings 14th, courtesy of that 12-point deduction. But it's fair to say the Vikings play in anything but relegation form. Take away the 12-point deduction and they would be 3rd in the table on 8 points. So Jack Owens converts from in front, and on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon, the Bulls, they'll have to regroup because they trail by 6 points to 0 after 7 minutes. That early try to Danny Craven. So the Vikings showing a world of promise early doors here, although they're just about going to return the ball from their own in goal area. It was a great restart from Brandon Pickersgill. Ryan Ince was under pressure from both Matt Garside and Ethan Ryan, and this is a good solid defensive set from the Bradford Bulls now on the restart after conceding that early try. And as we said, the big team news, if you're just joining us, was that Jordan Lilly failed a late fitness test. He has not recovered from a dead leg, and the Vikings certainly looking formidable early doors, trying to get past this infused Bulls defence. Tackle foregone on the restart. They're up to the halfway line as Harrison Hansen, quick fast hands. Here come the Vikings on this left hand edge as Christine's brought down 10 metres inside the Bradford half on the last tackle. It goes from Dean to Wild. Kick's going to come in from Craven. Craven finds touch 10 metres out from the Bradford line, and that has turned the Bulls around on this main stand side. And we've had 8 minutes gone, and it's the Vikings 6, Bradford 0.
Yeah, I think the boys have really got to start controlling this ruck. You know, these Widnes middles are really getting them some good go forward, same as the back three. And yeah, we just need to control that ruck a little bit more, slow it down, and yeah, regather themselves. Because that's like a 90 metre set from inside the running goal area. So you know, Widnes getting some good go forward.
So Bradford 10 metres out from their own try line, having to do it tough this afternoon. As we said, there's no Joe Keys, no Rowan Mills, no Dane Chisholm, all currently out on the injury table, and Jordan Lilly failing that late fitness test. But let's see, we've seen some good line speed and ruck control from Sam Hallas early doors as Hallas finds Minchella. Flat pass from Minchella to Kirk. Could have been picked up by the officials. Gareth Fewer looked to both touch judges. Play on is the call as we go to Garside on the left edge, and the former Sheffield and London man is going to be brought down by Hep Cahill, who leads the Widnes Vikings defensive line. Bradford playing in their home shirt, red, amber and black hoops, as it now goes to Mikey Wood, who's flattened on the halfway line on the last tackle. Hallis back to Pickersgill. Pickersgill sends the kick away. It's high, comes down, but Owens takes it, arches his back, and he will look to find Keenan Brand, who takes the first tackle just outside his own 20-metre line. It's going to go out of dummy half from Johnston. Johnston looking for options, and in turn will find Walker. Walker gets to his feet. Out of dummy half once again from Johnston. And Bradford hunting in 2s and 3s as Crossley, Hallis and Farrell rush forward to bring down Ryan Ince there on the third tackle. Craven to Gilmore. Gilmore's brought down on the halfway line on tackle number 4. Garside and Kirk, the two Bulls defenders. It's going to go back to McGrath Luluai, to Hansen. Last tackle coming up here for the Vikings. They're 35 metres out from the Bradford line. The kick comes in from Johnston, taken there by Barry Wildy, and Wildy's brought down on his own 30-metre line. So Bradford back in possession with the ball, as Ross Oakes now will have his first carry of the afternoon. 10 minutes gone on the clock, and Brandon Pickersgill moves in at dummy half and finds Rhys Evans on his 150th career appearance for the Bradford Bulls, as 6 appearances for the Bulls, 25 for Lee, 105 for Warrington, as Mikey Wood goes down the heart and soul of this Widnes Vikings defence, appeals for a penalty, not forthcoming. Matty Wildy out to Garside. Garside's brought down inside the Widnes 20-metre line. There's a tackle remaining. Bradford's best spell of pressure and possession. Crossley rolls the ball along the floor. It's picked up by Minchella, and that's the last tackle. They've lost a little bit of ground. They're 20 metres out from the Widnes line. Matty Wildy, crossfield kick, looking for Ethan Ryan. Ryan Ince gets there first, but Ince is taken there by Ethan Ryan, and that is as good as getting a goal line dropout, because Widnes now have to move the ball out from their own goal line. 11 and a half minutes gone on Pulse 2. It is the Widnes Vikings 6, the Bradford Bulls 0.
Yeah, you know, a great intercept there. Ethan challenging for the ball there, and I think really starting to find some good go forward from the boys in the middle here. And it's a good first set. You know, we've had 3 tackles in the 30, and we just really need to get back in that arm wrestle here.
There's a bit of a half break here from Danny Craven. Danny Craven kicks ahead, looking for the support of Keenan Brand. Keenan Brand will recover the ball for the Vikings, and the Widnes Vikings, the try awarded by Gareth Fewer. They've gone 60 metres there. The inquest starts for the Bulls. Ethan Ryan defogging Johnston and Brandon Pickersgill. They all look and turn towards each other, and the Vikings lead by 10 points to 0. 12 and a half minutes gone on the clock, and it was the half break there from Danny Craven. He just managed to evade the tackle, and the kick ahead, and Keenan Brand, he will remember that one for years to come.
Yeah, like I said, Mick, you know, we need to start controlling this ruck, and it come from the set-up play for that shift there. You know, Danny Craven, he's got his nose through there. He's made the half break, and then, you know, they've gone for the chip over Pickers, which, you know, I think Foggy Johnson were looking for a penalty for the man running him off the ball, but, you know, you're not really going to get them. I think it's all coming from us controlling this ruck speed and really slowing them down, because, you know, this Widnes team are looking dangerous on the shift and off the quick play of the ball, really.
So Keenan Brand, the try scorer for the Widnes Vikings. Fantastic start from Kieran Purtell's side here this afternoon. And Jack Owens has the conversion attempt on this main stand side, 10 metres in from touch. And Jack Owens will sail that one perfectly between the posts. 13 minutes gone here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon. And after laying some solid foundations in defence, after conceding that try to Danny Craven, the Bulls caught cold out wide.
Yeah, like I said, Mick, it's all coming down to that ruck speed, and we really need to control it. You know, when we've had quick rucks, we haven't really capitalised on it. We've been sloppy off the back of it. I think we really just need to get into this ruck and try and manage it as much as we can. And a great kick-off from Pickers there. It's bounced out, so drop out for the boys. That's the reaction we needed, Mick. That's the reaction we really needed. So let's build some pressure now.
Well, Widnes Vikings on the far stand side, Anthony Gelling and Ryan Ince, they were having a mothers' meeting there, talking about what they did last night. And Brandon Pickersgill, he got the nod from Gareth Ewer, and that one has gone into the Widnes in goal area, and it has gone dead. So, the 7th goal line dropout that the Bulls have forced in 2019. And the restart from the Vikings heads straight down towards Rhys Evans. 28 metres out from the Widnes try line. The Bulls trailing 12 points to nil in nearly as many minutes, but they're going to regroup and they're going to have a full set of 6 inside that Widnes half. What can they do here now as it goes from Hallis to Crossley? Crossley is brought down 12 metres out from that Widnes line. Centre field as Het Cahill and Jordan Johnson, the 2 Vikings defenders. It goes to Wilde towards Garside. Garside shrugs off the Vikings defender, and it goes from Pickersgill towards Ross Oakes, and Oakes is brought down 8 metres out from the Vikings try line. It's Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2. Bulls looking for their first points of the afternoon as Matty Wilde gives it there to Steve Crossley, and Steve Crossley's brought down on a strong, industrious charge towards the line. Last tackle, 10 metres out. Hallis goes out of dummy half. Hallis towards the line on the power play. Can't get past Harrison Hansen, and the Bulls will change over possession 5 metres out from the Vikings line. And a frustrating figure there, Matty Wilde, Elliot Minchella to the right of where Hallis is brought down. They were calling for the ball. The ball just couldn't get there. Hallis had spotted something out of the corner of his eye, and he'd backed himself towards the line. Elsewhere, the ladies scores. It is Dewsbury 2, Sheffield 0. It is Leigh 4, Rochdale 0. 0-0 between Swinton and Featherstone, and it is York City Knights 12, Halifax 0 after 13 minutes at Bootham Crescent. Don't forget to keep using the Bulls Live hashtag and let us know what is happening in your world. Chris Barrett reckoned it was going to be a close score prediction. He thinks the Bulls 24-22. Sean McGregor reckons Widnes by 30 points to 10. And as we've already seen, Joe Carney commenting on the weather this afternoon. And Bradford going to defend a kick from Danny Craven from deep inside his own half, and that will be a scrum to the Bulls. And once again, the Vikings have turned around Bradford, Ross, and they're going to have to attack from deep, 10 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, Widnes have started this half perfectly. They're getting really good go forward from the back three. They've got classy middles, Het Cahill and Harrison Hansen. They're really making some dents in his line, and the kicking game's top notch. Really, just keep rolling it out for a scrum. So, we just got to get a foothold back in this game, really, and try to get some points on the board.
So from the scrum, John Keir, he'll be a little bit concerned with the ease in which the Vikings have established this 12-0 lead, but the game far, far from over. We've had 16 and a half minutes gone. It's Mick Gledel, Ross Peltier, your call team here at the Halton Stadium, Widnes, as Hallis goes to Mikey Wood on tackle number 2, and he's brought down 30 metres out from the Bradford try line and wins a relieving penalty after the referee looks towards the touch judge and decides that Het Cahill had a hand in the ruck there. So Bradford leading the penalty count by 2 penalties to 1. Defogging Johnston out on this right hand edge, his second start. Jai Hicks-Cox, as we mentioned, out for the next 4 to 5 months. So certainly Defogging Johnston going to be given an opportunity, and he's very passionate. He wants to make the most of it. Bradford to Kirk, to Wilde, out wide to Ethan Ryan via Matt Garside, and Ethan Ryan injects a bit of speed and pace into Bradford's play. Wilde in at dummy half to Kirk. Kirk's brought down. 4th tackle gone. 20 metres out from the Widnes try line as Wilde goes probing on that left-hand edge, and Bradford on the last tackle. 7 metres out. Good field position once again. Wilde, grubber kick along the floor, looking for the chasers. Danny Craven has ball in hand. Danny Craven, trapped dead in goal. That's the Bulls supporters cheering in the background. They forced the repeat set, and the Vikings having a bit of pressure to contend with here, Ross. It's 12-0. The Bulls are trailing, but more play like that, that's building that attacking platform.
Yeah, it's perfect set from the boys, really showed what we can do when we play on the front foot and we start playing this fast, expansive rugby, We've got away from them AB this season. It's been a 100-metre set, really, and yeah, great kick in there from Matty Wildy, and we're just showing what we can do if we really just play our style of rugby and get them quick play the balls going.
So Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2. Bradford's second goal line restart that they forced. That will please John Keir. That is good ball conversion as it goes once again from Hallis to Crossley. Crossley attracting a lot of attention in this Widnes Vikings defence as Sam Wilde, Brad Walker and Harrison Hansen have to race out to meet him and bring him down. Here goes Minchella to Pickersgill to D. Foggy Johnston. D. Foggy Johnston is going to get his first try in the red, amber and black. A sensational score. 20 minutes gone on the clock and the Bulls are back in this one. It's the Vikings 12, the Bulls 4. That's more like it. Pickersgill and Minchella linking in the halves and Widnes caught cold.
Yeah, that's a great set from the boys. 100 metre set, forced the drop out. And Kirky's got us there on the set-up play, got a quick play of the ball, and Minnie's just, showing the man under, gone out back to Pickersgill and created that 2-on-1. Yeah, it's a great play from the boys, and D showed some great nous there to step the winger and get as close into the post as he can, make that conversion easier for Minnie. So yeah, great.
Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2 this afternoon. Widnes Vikings have seen their early 12-0 lead cut short to just 6 points. D. Foggy Johnston, his first try in the red, amber and black. And oh boy, he'll remember that one for many a year to come. Good fast hands from the Bulls. And it was all about Matty Wildy's creativity with that short, perfectly weighted rubber kick that forced Danny Craven dead in goal. And Bradford on the restart. Widnes Vikings 12, the Bradford Bulls 6. If you're just joining us, early tries from Danny Craven and Jack Owens had given the Vikings a 12-0 lead, but D. Foggy Johnston back in this one, and it is 12 points to 6. Here goes Connor Farrell. Farrell's brought down, 15 out from the halfway line. Hallis in at dummy half, fires it once again to Minchella. Minchella to Kirk. Kirk attracting a lot of attention, rolled over on his back, on his side, on the Bradford 40 metre line. It now goes towards Steve Crossley. Crossley, a barnstorming run there. Once again, gets the momentum and ascendancy to the Bulls. Could have won a penalty there because Hep Cahill could have deemed to have impeded him. And we're going to see Matty Wildy's kick taken on the far stand side by Ryan Aids. Here goes Ryan Aids. Aids going forward, finds the support from Gelling. Gelling going towards the line. Gelling rolled over into touch. Is in the touch. Judge keeps his flag down, and it's come up with the Bulls. The Bulls have the ball with Brandon Pickersgill. Pickersgill inside support. Here goes Ross Oakes. Ross Oakes herring away. He's brought down 5 metres inside the Widnes Vikings half. I'll ask Ross in a minute to try and describe what happened there, but the Vikings looked all but certain to score their third try, but the Bulls have come up with the ball. It's now going to go to Garside, and Garside draws in that defence, finds Hallis. Hallis back to Wildy. Wildy's brought down 20 metres out from that Widnes try line. The Bulls trail 12 points to 6 and win a penalty in front of the post, and John Keir has a decision to make. Surely you keep the pressure going here.
Yeah, you need to keep the pressure going, but on the wing there, basically the winger's basically done the whole left-hand side of the pitch and gone clear, offloaded to Anthony Gelling, and Ethan's caught Gelling and he's thrown the ball back into play, and we've come up with the ball really, and great break from the boys.
Expertly done, Ross. I couldn't have done it better than myself. So, Bradford have been awarded another penalty on tackle number 1. The penalty count now is 4-1. And referee Gareth Hewitt is just going to stop the clock and I think he's going to allow a bit of a bloodbath here, because James Green has just come on the field and he's clearly seen a little bit of claret, so that'll allow the physios and the water carriers to come on and allow everybody to just calm themselves down after a real frenetic passage of play. So, 23 minutes gone on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Mick Glenhill and Ross Peltier. And after those early tries from Danny Craven and Keenan Brand, both converted by Jack Owens, D. Foggin Johnston, his first try in the red, amber and black, and the conversion from Elliot Minchella, this game back on a knife edge. So, Bradford, they're going to have a full set of 6, 10 metres out from the Widnes try line. It's going to be James Green to Hallis, Hallis to Murray Wilde, towards Matt Garside. Garside brought down on his back, 2 metres out, and now the Widnes Vikings have to defend like their lives depend upon it, as it goes from Hallis to Wilde. Wilde once again to Minchella, to Pickersgill, out to Johnson, looped pass, it missed out 3 of the Vikings defenders, and Johnston nearly gets his second try before being upended a metre out. Farrell in at dummy half towards Minchella, yet to score in 2019, and Minchella drops the shoulder and wins a penalty. 5 penalties in quick succession now to the Bradford Bulls, and Gareth Fewer has to sort a little bit of a fracas out as the two sides come together. And once again, John Keir says the Bulls will decline the 2 points. They will roll with it, and it's going to be Hallis on the back of the 5th penalty of the afternoon awarded to the Bulls. He'll take the quick tap to Liam Kirk. Liam Kirk dumped on his side. The Bulls supporters appealing for a penalty, saying it was above the horizontal. And Gareth Fewer slowly losing control of this one as Will defines Garside. Garside on that left-hand edge, puts his head down. Garside towards the line. It's a pedestrian pace, but he's brought down a metre out. Good field position here from the Bulls on the far stand side. Lateral ball across the face towards Mikey Wood, and Mikey Wood's brought down in a 3-man defensive tackle led there by Harrison Hansen, but he'll get a quick play of the ball towards Minchella. Connor Farrell is in. Connor Farrell around and underneath the post. It's another try for the Bradford Bulls, and the Halton Stadium descends into silence. It's 12 points to 10, soon to be 12 points apiece.
Yeah, great play from the boys there. And who said Elliot Minchella can't play at half back? You know, he's just gone to the line. He's looked out back, but then give the short ball to Conor Farrell. You know, Farrell just walked in straight under the post. You know, that's a great set from the boys. Capitalise on this field position and penalties that we've got. But yeah, Matty Wilde and Elliot Minchella linking up perfectly there. You know, Minnie's not looking too bad or out of place at this number 6 row really. So yeah, great set from the boys, and great finish from Faz.
An unbelievable last 10 minutes from the Bradford Bulls and John Keir. They've certainly turned that defensive pressure. They've laid the foundations. And as we said, they have turned a 12-0 deficit after tries from Craven and Brand. And we're potentially going to be locked up at 12 points apiece. We're in the 26th minute here as Elliot Minchella will attempt the conversion from in front. The Bull supporters waving the flags, flying the scarves behind the stand where the 2 tries from Foggin Johnston and Farrell have been scored. And Minchella, the Pulse 2 quick kick predictor, says 99%. No Don Fox moment here, please. Minchella from in front. That one sails between the posts. And on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon, it is the Widnes Vikings 12, the Bradford Bulls 12. Game back on. This is what the Betfred Championship is all about.
Yeah, I said Mick, the key to this game would be out wide, you know, and I think we've realised that this fullback for Widnes really he struggles sometimes getting his numbers right, and we've exploited that on the right hand side this today.
Back underway on the restart. Ethan Ryan, 10 metres out from his own try line. He's got 5 tries in the bag already after 7 rounds, and he's brought down just shy of his own 20-metre line. Wilde probing out a dummy half. Bullock pass towards Garside. Garside met in a 2-man tackle just outside his 20-metre line. Hallis now to Green. Second game back after his 2-game suspension for the red card he received at the Sheffield Eagles. And that's the third tackle gone as Hallis goes on the runaround, tries to get past Het Cahill, can't get past Tom Gilmore, the two Vikings defenders. And in his haste to get a quick play the ball up, Sam Hallis has given himself up there. He's rolled the ball on the floor and he's lost contact, and it is a scrum head and feed to the Widnes Vikings. The second error in this game from the Bradford Bulls inside the opening 28 minutes, and now the Bulls will have to turn attack into defence.
Yeah, the key in this game is playing quick on the surface. You know, Sammy, he's just trying to play that little bit too fast, rushed his play the ball and spilled it. It's not what we wanted in a yardage set. You know, we really wanted to get to the last and kick them long, make them come out of their half, but sadly that's not the case.
Latest score from Bootham Crescent, York City Knights 20, Halifax 6, so 26 points scored at Bootham Crescent in the opening half hour. We've had 24 points here at the Halton Stadium, 12 points apiece. We said this was the game of the round this afternoon, and it's slowly turning out to be correct as Johnston finds Gilmore. They're running on that right-hand edge, but Matty Wilde and Matt Garside up to the task in the red, amber and black. It's now going to come back down towards the line as McGrath Lulawai, the former Lee Centurions man, punches a hole and is brought down 2 metres out from the line. Harrison Hansen towards the line, held up, and this is the last tackle here for the Widnes Vikings. Harrison Hansen, he'll play the ball underneath the Bradford post. Danny Craven can't get past Farrell. It goes out to Owens. Owens' kick has been played at by Rhys Evans, and the Vikings, they've got a fresh set of 6. Some more pressure here for John Keir's side. Brand in at dummy half towards Jack Owens, towards Craven, and Craven's brought down. Referee Gareth Ewer having a long hard look at the ruck. Johnston in at dummy half, finds Cahill. Cahill brought down there by Wood, and Cahill turned over on his side, 2 metres out from that Bradford line as it goes towards Craven. Craven to Gilmore. Vikings have numbers. Ethan Ryan juggles with the ball, and it's an intercept from Ethan Ryan, and he will take the tackle 12 metres out from his own try line. And now Ross Oakes will turn from centre to second row forward, and Ross Oakes is going forward, looks for support of Johnston. Johnston's dropped the ball. The Vikings have it. Danny Craven is brought down 10 metres out from the Bradford line. This one, frenetic, fast-flowing rugby league football, ebbing and towing as it goes now towards Hansen. Hansen to Weil. Weil towards the line. Last grass tackle there from Liam Kirk, and it goes to Johnston. Johnston's over the line for the Vikings. Bradford were scrambling. The defence was exhausted, and the Vikings are back in front of this one. Jordan Johnston out of dummy half, and the Vikings lead the Bulls by 16 points to 12. 31 minutes gone on the clock.
Yeah, you know, it was an awesome effort from me for there to get that intercept, and I think Oakes has had a tremendous carry. He's took the ball about 20 metres in. You know, he's forced the pass that should never have been forced. You know, in yardage, we've sustained a lot of pressure, and he should have just took that one under the jumper. You know, you see D Johnson coming on the hard line, and he's give the ball, but you know, they're the ones where you got to tuck up your jumper, and you've just brought pressure back on yourself after doing, you know, 2 back-to-back sets, and we really should have relieved pressure. And I think that's where that discipline comes from, and that's where that smarts comes from, Mick. You know, I think John wants us there in that instance. As much as it is on to play the pass, and as much as you want to play the pass, just keep hold of it and, you know, play smart and not just try to score off every play. And I think we've gone for the $1 million play there, where we should have just, you know, just rode out a set of 6 and kicked long and took that pressure off us. But, you know, there's been some tired bodies out there for the boys.
Pulse 2 kick predictor says Jack Owens has a 93% chance of adding the extra 2 from just to the right of the post, which he does. And on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon, Johnston, Craven and Brand, the Vikings try scorers. They lead the Bradford Bulls by 18 points to 12. This one, wow, it could be going the distance once again, as we said. The Bradford Bulls, they had the disappointment of that 3-game losing run. That changed last weekend. They're looking to go back-to-back for the first time since the opening 2 rounds of the Betfred season, when they defeated Featherstone at Odsal and then picked up the first win on the road against Swinton. As we said, for the Widnes Vikings, yet to suffer defeat in this at home. As we said, they beat Halifax 40 points to 16 at the start of the season, and that was closely followed up by that game against Featherstone Rovers. So on the restart here, the Vikings tackle number 1 on their own 20-metre line. It is Widnes 18, Bradford 12. We've got 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Let us know in the comments using the Bulls Live hashtag what do you reckon to the first half performance from the Bulls. Certainly a slow start, but what we saw in the middle period and what we've just seen, really exciting, and certainly a lot of hope that the Bulls can escape with 2 points here this afternoon. Jordan Johnston out of dummy half, up to halfway. Last tackle coming up now for the Vikings. Craven looks and sends it towards Pickersgill. Pickersgill has a lot of pressure and attention to face from Christine, and Christine, along with Keenan Brand, will wrap up Brandon Pickersgill on his own 10-metre line. Second tackle gone, and it goes to Johnston. Johnston now to Pickersgill. Pickersgill to Ryan. This is one of those sets where the forwards just have a breather, and it's all through the backs as it now goes towards Wilde. Wilde to Oakes. Oakes looking for support, twisting and turning. Can't get past McGrath Luluai, and also Brad Walker on that left-hand edge. Fourth tackle gone. Hallis towards Green. Green brought down. 12 shy of the halfway line. Last tackle for John Keir's side. They're deep inside their own half. Pickersgill under pressure from Harrison Hansen, gets the kick away. And Keenan Brand, the second try scorer of the afternoon for the Vikings, will return that from his own try line. A third interchange of the game from John Keir as Sam Hallis leaves the field, and on comes George Flanagan. Callum Busting also out there on the field. So certainly it's getting a little bit tougher there for the Vikings. Anthony Gillen on that left-hand edge has lost the ball in the tackle. The referee, though, says hands in at the ruck, and Anthony Gillen will win a relieving penalty there for the Vikings. 5-2 the penalty count, and the Bulls under pressure here, Ross. 5 minutes to half time.
Yeah, you know, it won an amateur 50-50 call. I don't think it would have knocked on myself, because you've got to have responsibility and wrap the ball up. But you know, these penalties are not what we need. We don't need this pressure on those lines. So hopefully the boys can just ride this out right now and get the ball back.
Jordan Johnston then 12 metres out from the Bradford line to Gilmore. Gilmore to Craven. Craven's flick on pass taken there by Wilde. Wilde's brought down 5 metres out. Johnston once again out of dummy half along the line towards Ted Chapelhow. Chapelhow's brought down on tackle number 3. Vikings 18, Bulls 12, and it's the Widnes side who are 5 metres out from the line. No look pass from Gelling, dropped by Ryan Ince on the far stand side. Bradford, they're moving the ball forward. Gareth Ewer, though, is going to bring him back. He'll say it was touched by the Bulls, and he's going to look towards Ethan Ryan and say Ethan Ryan has palmed it forward. So the Vikings, with 4 minutes remaining in this first half, they're going to get another set of 6 from a scrum 10 metres out, Ross.
Yeah, I said we didn't really need more pressure or repeat set, but you know, Ethan's had to go for the ball there. He couldn't pull off a miracle for the second time, and unlucky for him, he's hit the floor. But you know, hopefully the boys can pull that desperation out and keep him out here.
The Vikings move the ball towards this main stand side where me and Ross are calling the game this afternoon, as Jack Owens gets to his feet. Christine in at dummy half, and now it goes to Sam Wilde once again, and Wilde attacking Flanagan and James Green, and Mikey Ward in a 3-man tackle. Bradford looking to put the shift on. Wilde, great ball and all tackle there on Tom Gilmore, meets him head on, races out of that defensive line and wraps him up. 4th tackle gone here. Johnston to McGrath Luluai. Luluai manages to get the ball back to Chapelhow, and Chapelhow's going to be brought down on the 4th, and 1 tackle remaining here for the Vikings. Chapelhow gets to his feet, goes back to Gilmore. Gilmore along the floor, knock on from Johnston, and the chance has gone begging there for the Vikings. It's a fourth error in the first half by Kieran Purtell's side, who are completing at around 84%, and it's going to be a scrum head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. And once again, it is that defensive pressure that is laying the foundations for the Bradford Bulls this afternoon. The trail 18 points to 12.
Yeah, you know, great defence from the boys. We got to the last tackle there and forced the poor end of set because we're really putting them under pressure here. So, yeah, that's filled me with confidence to see. Great carry from Reece off the scrum.
So 2.5 minutes to go. Pulse 2 this afternoon. Reece Evans on his 150th career appearance. He's brought down just outside his own 20-metre line. Flanagan in at dummy half to Farrell. Farrell quick play the ball. Centre field now to Bustin. Here goes the big bear, like a bulldozer, brought down on the Bradford 40-metre line, 10 shy of halfway. Now goes from Flanagan towards Green. Green inside the Widnes half. George Flanagan wins the penalty. He's caught the Widnes markers, not square. And with 90 seconds on the clock, John Keir will hand Elliot Minchella the kicking tee. So, a chance for the Bulls from 38 metres out, directly in front of the Widnes post, to narrow the gap from 6 to 4.
Joy, in all honesty, I don't know if I'd have gone for the 2 myself. I thought I might have just gone for a big play here because, you know, Minnie's not as go-to kicker. I think the wind's coming against us here. I think, there's every chance that he might not slot this one. You know, I don't know what the kick predictor's saying, but I won't have it too bob on. But, yeah, I might try build pressure, you know, get some off a kick to Ethan or D on the wings, you know, because we've had some joy out there.
The Pulse 2 kick predictor, Ross, is saying 47%, so less than a 50-50 chance. But he's got to contend with the blustery conditions as the sun has gone behind the clouds and the temperature drops ever so slightly. So, 60 seconds remaining at the end of an absorbing, frenetic first half. Elliot Minchella, 38 metres out from in front. The Pulse 2 kick predictor way off because Minchella sends that between the posts over the black dot. And on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon, it is the Widnes Vikings 18, the Bradford Bulls 14.
Yeah, I'll have to apologise to Minnie for that one because, you know, I didn't give him much hope for getting that, and he's slotted it straight between, you know, no danger in that. So, yeah, great kick from Minnie, brought it within a score. So, yeah, you know, it's been a good first half for the boys. From how it started, I think we can go into half-time quite happy.
Well, the big news is not Jordan Lillett this afternoon, but I tell you something, Elliot Minchella and Matty Wildy are certainly creating a lot of options for the Bradford Bulls. On the restart then, with 10 seconds remaining to half-time, James Green on tackle 1, 25 metres out from the halfway line. It'll go from Flanagan towards Bustin. Second tackle gone, 4 seconds remaining. One final play at the end of this first half for the Bulls. The hooter sounds. Minchella through a gap, finds the support of Flanagan. It's gone to ground. It's picked up by James Green. Here goes James Green. Flick up pass back to Elliot Minchella. Minchella has it on the halfway line. This is Harlem Grove trying to stuff here from the Bradford Bulls. It goes to Wildy. It goes to Oaks. Here come Bulls. Back to Wildy. It's come off a Widnes leg. It's back to 1 on the count. Evans to Ryan. Back to Pickersgill. Pickersgill crossfield kick. Looking for Foggy Johnston. The ball bounces kindly though for the Vikings. And Jack Owings will take it over the dead ball line. Wow. What a final play at the end of this first half. That was almost like white to west. If that comes off, it's the try of the century. But at half-time here at the Halton Stadium, it is the Betfred Championship. It's round 7. It's the Widnes Vikings 18 points apiece in the capital. They got a deserved draw against the London Scholars. They were trailing 18-6 at half-time, so Craig Lingard and the Cougars up and running. And Keighley, of course, the destination for the Bradford Bulls in the 4th round of the Coral Challenge Cup. So referee Gareth Few, a whistle to lips. Second half action here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. We are back underway, and it will be Ted Chapelhow to take the first tackle of this second half, and it'll be Chapelhow via Johnston out of dummy half, and early doors the Bulls via Green and Farrell racing up, and they'll bring down Harrison Hansen in a two-man tackle as Mikey Wood. James Green wrestling back towards his own try line, so 3 tackles gone, 30 seconds on the clock. Hansen will play the ball just outside his own 30-metre line as it goes towards Owens. Owens to Wild. Wild's going to be brought down by Minchella on that left-hand edge, aided and abetted there by George Flanagan. This will be the last tackle now for the Vikings, as Jordan Johnston, one of the first half try scorers for the Vikings, makes easy meters out of dummy half. It is the last tackle play. The kick will come in from Brad Walker. Walker's kick is knocked on at the back there from Brandon Pickersgill, and Brandon Pickersgill comes up with an early error, and it will be scrum head and feet to the Vikings. Not the start the Bulls wanted, Ross.
Yeah, you know, it was a good defensive set. We kept him to around 60 metres. I feel for Pick there is it's just took that extra little bounce as he's going to pick it up, you know. It's a bad mistake for him, but, you know, he'll brush it off and keep his head high. Yeah, we've just got to set for Pick, really. Everyone's got to gather around him, and, yeah, we've just got to defend it up. Not how we wanted to start the first half, but, you know, the boys will sure rally round, and we'll keep them out this set of 6.
Widnes 18, Bradford 14. Widnes, good field position from their own, from the Bradford 10-metre line, 10 metres out, and from the scrum it will be Sam Wild who'll get to his feet and he'll play the ball. Johnston towards Ted Chapelhow. Chapelhow's brought down 5 metres out from the Bradford line, 5 metres to the left-hand side of the post. Across the post there will go Jack Owens, ball in hand, can't get past Ross Oakes. Good defensive read there from Ross Oakes, who will race back on to his own try line. Widnes are that close as it goes towards Jordan Johnson, who attacks the Bulls markers, but Garside unrelenting, not giving Jordan Johnson an inch. 4th tackle gone here for the Vikings, looking to capitalise on that early error from Brandon Pickersgill as Jack Owens back towards Danny Craven. Craven to Gilmore. Gilmore ball in hand, looking for support. Gelling was on the outside, he'll take the tackle. Last tackle coming up here as the kick comes in from Walker. Walker's put too much on it, and the Bulls defence stands firm, and once again, as we mentioned in that first half, this defensive pressure from the Bulls really laying the foundations for what could be a win here at the Halton Stadium. The last meeting between the two sides was in the Super Qualifying 8s at Odsal back in September of 2015, when Bradford, they trailed 14-12 at half-time before the Vikings put 42 unanswered points on the Bulls. The try scorers for the Bulls that afternoon, Purtell and Caro. Danny Addy, 2 from 2. And Bradford giving a far greater account this afternoon than on that previous meeting. Callum Bustin, his first carry at the start of this second half. The referee is going to stop the clock. Callum Bustin's just gone off the mark, and he's going to have a word with Jordan Johnston. Time back on. You are happy that Bustin plays the ball in the correct position. Goes from Wilde towards Garside. Garside's on the halfway line for John Keir's side. The trail by only 4 points after the riposte from Foggin Johnston and Farrell, and the penalty goal from Minchella. Matty Wilde on the last. Turns around Jack Owens, finds touch. A loud shrill blast from referee Gareth Ewer, and that will be a scrum head and feed to the Widnes Vikings. 12 metres out from their own try line. We've had 4 minutes gone in the second half on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. It is still the Vikings 18, the Bulls 14.
Yeah, perfect response from the boys there from Pick's mistake. You know, we all rallied round him when we put a lot of pressure on Widnes on that defensive set, and, you know, great set and great hand from Matty Wilde. So more of this, we're right back in this arm wrestle for the second half.
Johnston towards Ince. Ryan Ince brought down in a 2-man tackle. Anthony Gelling over on this right-hand edge now. He's calling for the ball, but it goes through Ched Chapelhow, laying the foundations. And once again, Johnson to Hansen. Hansen, who's rumoured to be Lee-bound, is brought down 2 metres inside the Bradford half. As it goes back from Johnston to McGrath Lulawai. Lulawai on the last tackle for Kieran Purtell's side. 35 metres out from the Bradford line, centre field, and it goes from Danny Craven, a high hanging kick, looking to test Foggin Johnston, but Foggin Johnston takes the ball there under pressure superbly, and the Bulls now will have the job of moving the ball out from their own try line, and it will be Brandon Pickersgill on the second tackle. We've had 45 minutes gone, 35 minutes remain here at the Halton Stadium, Betfred Championship round 7. Rhys Evans on the second tackle, 20 out from his own try line. Bradford looking for some creativity as Wilde drops the shoulder, takes the two-man tackle from Chapelhow and Hansen. Flanagan in at dummy half towards Callum Bustin. Callum Bustin makes 10 metres, still going forward. Callum Bustin on the last tackle, the Bulls on their own 40-metre line. Elliot Minchella, the kick has caught the wind and it's gone straight down the throat there of Jack Owens. Jack Owens is going to be brought down 5 shy of the halfway line. So Widnes just about winning that forward battle in terms of momentum. And 2 tackles gone. Jordan Johnson goes scampering forward. He's caught high, and referee Gareth Ewer will give the Vikings their 3rd penalty of the afternoon here. It was a lazy tackle there from Matt Garside, and the penalty is awarded 40 metres out, just to the right-hand side of the posts. Ross Peltier, I have no complaints about that.
Nah, yeah, he's caught Matty Garside flat-footed there, and Garside with a swinging arm just caught him. Fair penalty.
So the Vikings looking for first points at the start of this second half. Gilmore to Jay Chapelhow. Both Chapelhow brothers out there on the field looking to cause damage against the club they previously played for, albeit on loan under Jeff Tuvey in the 2017 season. Goes back now to Craven. Delayed pass towards Sam Wilde. Wilde's going to be brought down 2 metres out from that Bradford try line over on that left-hand side as it goes towards Craven. Evans! It's come off the chest. If Evans takes that, he sucks in Owens, and Foggin Johnston's on the outside, and the Bulls potentially are going back in front. A game of fine measurements, Ross. More defending for John Keir's side to do.
Yeah, but it's one of them things. We've got to enjoy defending as much as we do attacking, and I think John's really charting still letting us, and I think that's what you'll see in this set here. I think we've been having a lot of joy when we put Widnes under a lot of pressure, so hopefully the boys can pressure their halfbacks there.
Denise Linley listening to the game with little Ted in Tong. Reece France says, great game of rugby league as the Vikings from that scrum are held up over the line, and they'll go back to the 10-metre line as Ted Chapelhow is held up on tackle 1. Goes now towards Craven to Gilmore. Gilmore towards Gelling. Gelling, the former Wigan and New Zealand Warrior, heads towards the touchline. Gets the ball to Jack Owens. Jack Owens is pushed over the touchline. Great defence there from the Bradford Bulls. And that is the fighting spirit of John Keir and the Bulls. They keep their line intact and it remains 18 points to 14.
Yeah, like I said, the boys really want to put pressure on these Widnes halfbacks, and they've really put him under pressure. Gelling's come and he's looked for the offload, and like you say, we said before the game, put Anthony Gelling under pressure and he'll throw the ball out of every which way he can. He's just throwing it out. Left his man with too much to do, and awesome defence from the boys. There's about 5 men who have just flown in and pushed him in the touch. That's the desperation and great desire to defend that we have.
Dane Chisholm has just tweeted in, the Bradford Bulls boys are playing some really good footy. Wish I was out there with them. It's such a great game. Hopefully the lads bring it home in the second half. Mark Badel playing well in spells, but need to stop gifting position to Widnes with the errors. Impressed with the defence. 18 points to 14. The Bulls trail. Callum Bustin juggles with the ball, takes the tackle. 3rd tackle gone. Bradford on their own 30-metre line. Willed it to Garside. Garside brought down there by Gelling. Thought about a little offload out the back door, but keeps hold of the ball. Wilde will try something early in the count. Straight down the throat, though, of the youngster Ryan Ince on that left-hand edge. And the Vikings will turn defence into attack. And they're 5 metres out from the halfway line. The sun once again shining down on the Halton Stadium. We've had no score and 10 minutes gone as Kieran Purtell brings on Hep Cahill. So Harrison Hansen leaves the field. The Vikings 30 out from the Bradford line, and equally John Keir about to ring his 4th change of the afternoon. Matty Staunton about to come on for the first time. The Vikings 25 metres out from the Widnes line as they come down this right-hand edge with Gelling. Gelling has options from Owens, but he's passed the ball inside to Ethan Ryan, and it's a very wasteful Widnes Vikings side. It must be said, a 7th error in this match now from the Vikings, and they were just building that pressure. The Bulls, they've had no pressure whatsoever down in front of the Widnes post. It's been that type of game in the second half. Perhaps this is the set to build the momentum, albeit a wayward pass is recovered by Farrell on his own 30-metre line. Rhys Evans, 15 metres forward, brought down just shy of halfway. Last tackle for John Keir's side goes back towards Flanagan. Flanagan, bullet pass to Wildy. Wildy from his own 40-metre line straight down towards Ryan Ince on this main stand side, and Ryan Ince will turn defence into attack, and he'll meet the 2 homegrown heroes of Oakes and Ryan just shy of the halfway line. Gelling out a dummy half, can't get past Matty Staunton, who's just come on the field. Second tackle gone on this set of 6 here for the Vikings. Gilmore in at dummy half, he finds Cahill. He was a try scorer last week in Widnes' win over Barrow. 30 metres out from the Bradford line. Hep Cahill appealing for a penalty, none forthcoming. It goes towards Gilmore to Craven. Craven on that left-hand edge towards Chris Dean, and he's going to be brought down on tackle number 4 just outside the Bradford 20-metre line. It's going to go to Chapelhow now. Chapelhow brought down. That's Jay. He's on the last tackle. 15 metres out in front of the post. It's going to be a kick from Craven. Perfectly weighted. Chaser's looking to put Johnson under pressure, and D. Fogging Johnson is trapped dead in goal, and the Vikings have forced a repeat set of 6, their first of the afternoon. Listen to the noise from the Bulls supporters. That will keep the Bulls infused.
Yeah, I've been there many times, you know, Bulls supporters just willing the boys on, and I think that's what they need. There's some tired-looking bodies out there. I think both teams are really letting each other off, you know, when they're building pressure and then making up with some silly mistakes. I think we've just got to get that discipline back into his game, see it sets out, and get a foothold in his field position, because we've had none this second half.
Latest scores in the Betfred Super League: Hulkester Rovers 2, Catalan Dragons 2. It's Castleford 12, Salford 4. And no change to any of the half-time scores elsewhere. Still 2-0 to Dewsbury at home against the Sheffield Eagles. Widnes, 15 out from the Bradford line. 2 tackles gone. Penalty in front of the post. Kieran Purtell saying take the 2. And the kicking tee will come on. And that is Kieran Purtell and the Widnes Vikings showing a lot of respect to this Bradford Bulls defence. They will take the 2 points on offer, and hopefully they will restore their 2 points and turning that 18-14 to 20-14 and a 6-point cushion. Pulse 2 kick predictor says 87%.
Yeah, personally, if our Widnes had kept rolling on us, because you know, in the middle there's a few bodies looking tired, this will give us a breather, you know, catch his breath in it, and it's still within 1 score. So I don't know if I would have kicked there. I'd have just kept building pressure on us, really. But what it is, I think that penalty there, I think that was one of the quickest rucks I've seen all year. It's literally as soon as it's gone to ground, it's given him at least about two seconds really to clear the ruck. So yeah, soft penalty in my eyes, but nevertheless a penalty.
So Jack Owens yet to miss this afternoon. This could be a crucial 2 points from in front of the post. He adds 2 points to the Widnes Vikings scoreboard, and he breaks the second half deadlock here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Jack Owens, throw from throw, and it is now the Widnes Vikings 20, the Bradford Bulls 14 here at the Halton Stadium. And Brandon Pickersgill quick to race up to the halfway line, and the Bulls, a lot of haste there to get this second half back underway. Pickersgill's kick, taken by Gelling, arched his back. He looks for support, finds Chapelhow. and he'll be brought down just outside his own 20-metre line. In at dummy half it goes to Johnston, to Cahill. Cahill attacking Garside, Flanagan and Staunton, and Hep Cahill has made 20 metres there on that carry. That draws a round of applause from the Widnes Vikings faithful, and 3 tackles into the restart, and the Vikings on the halfway line. It's going to be an early kick because Defogging Johnston out of position as Brandon Pickersgill has to race over into that far corner, and he's brought down there by Christine 5 metres out from his own try line. So Danny Craven kicking on the 3rd tackle there, realising Defogging Johnston had lost a little bit of his defensive discipline. He was out of position, but so far the Bulls still in this even contest, and they now win a penalty, their first of the second half, because the Vikings not clearing the ruck.
Yeah, you know, your back three is so important for the boys there to get us on the front foot, and Ethan has had an awesome carry there, and got us on the front foot. Anthony Gelling has finally met George Flanagan, and he doesn't like what he's got to say. He's just grabbed him and thrown him on the floor. Bit of a head explosion there, but you know, like I always say, George Flanagan can get under the skin of the best of them. Yeah, Anthony Gilling's finally met Flambeau.
Well, the referee has stopped the clock. The touch judge comes on. He has a quiet word with Anthony Gelling, and the referee now just talking towards Danny Craven, and he's marched them back another 10 metres. So Bradford's 8th penalty in this match will see them finally, Ross, for the first time in 15 minutes, have a full set of 6 inside the Widnes half. Such has been the defensive pressure put on the Bulls from the Widnes Vikings. It's going to be Connor Farrell, one of the close season signings from Featherstone, over on the far stand side. From Flanagan towards James Green. James Green attacking Hep Cahill in front of the Vikings post. Second tackle gone. Bradford inside the 20-metre line as it goes towards Minchella. Minchella to Pickersgill. Pickersgill inside the 20, brought down 15 metres out. Third tackle gone here for John Keir's side. They trail by 20 points to 14 as we approach the hour mark here at the Holton Stadium as it goes from Flanagan to Staunton. Fourth tackle gone here now. Staunton brought down 5 metres out in front of the post. Flanagan looking for options, goes from dummy half, attacking the Chapel Howe brothers. Flanagan held up on his back. Gareth Ewer looks to see where the ball is. Ewer's looking. Flanagan's got it on the line, but Gareth Ewer says he's held up over the line, and Gareth Ewer will say George Flanagan has to go back to the 10-metre line. I think Gareth Ewer's seeing there George Flanagan's momentum had stopped. He did ground it after the momentum had stopped. Last tackle, 10 metres out. It goes to Wildy. Crossfield kick, looking for Ryan. Ince, though, beats Ryan to the ball. They use Gelling as a shield, and the Vikings now have the ball 10 metres out from their own try line. A promising set of 6 nonetheless from the Bulls, Ross.
Yeah, awesome set of 6 from the boys there, and yeah, Gelling was smart there to escort his man, otherwise Ethan would have had the definite try there.
Bradford concede the penalty late in the tackle count, and the penalty count now 8-5 as cries of Widnes go round this famous stadium built on the old site of the old Norton Park. I enjoyed many visits here as a eager child, watching those great Stonesbinner Championship battles. Bradford Northern in the early 90s. Very rarely Bradford Northern got anything from this ground. As we said, the last time Bradford were actually here was 5 years ago. A 22-18 defeat on that afternoon as the Vikings look to add the first try of the afternoon in the second half. Jack Owens on an angled run from 20 metres out. He's brought down by Ross Oakes, I believe, on that left-hand edge, and back come the Widnes Vikings. They're in front of the post as it goes towards Chapel Howe. Chapel Howe's brought down. 2 tackles remaining here for the Vikings. We've got 22 minutes to go to half-time, to full-time, a crucial period in this match, and that's good scrambling defence there from the Bradford Bulls. Matt Garside wrapping up Tom Gilmore, and the Vikings have come up with yet another error at the play of the ball, and it's that Bulls pressure once again. And Ross, they're hanging in there, the Bradford Bulls. We've got 21 minutes remaining, and it's the Widnes Vikings 20, the Bradford Bulls 14.
Yeah, like I said, earlier on this season, we've got that desperation back. We've got that want to defend. Matty Wilder there, awesome plays, just shot out the line to make the halfback spill the ball, and it's great set of defence from the boys. We're really being stubborn this half.
Don't forget, in the next 10 minutes, we'll be asking you, Ross, for your top 4 Bradford Bulls performers this afternoon, and we'll be putting the poll out on Twitter and Facebook. And for those listening, you can vote for your Bradford Bulls live man of the match. And just after that great spell of defensive pressure from the Bradford Bulls, the Vikings have forced the Bulls into their 4th error of the afternoon as Steve Crossley comes on for Matt Garside, and the Bulls, with an hour gone in this game, 20 minutes remain, they've got another set of 6 to defend here, Ross.
Yeah, we're just putting ourselves under pressure, as I said, we were doing in the first bit of that first half, putting ourselves under pressure. That was a perfect time, really, just see the sets out, roll a few tackles out, get a bit of air back in the lungs and kick it as long as we can. But, luckily, Greeny's come up with the error, and, the boys have got some more work to do.
John Keir, Kieran Purtell watching on from the dugouts. Gelling from the scrum. Tackle number 1 gone for the Widnes Vikings. It's Pulse 2, Mick Gledhill and Ross Peltier. 60 minutes gone here at the Halton Stadium. The Bulls trail by 20 points to 14 as Het Cahill now has lost the ball after a collision with Sam Hallis, but the referee has deemed the ball to have gone backwards before Ross Oakes will wrap up Ryan Ince on this right-hand edge. The referee now is going to stop the clock. He wants to make sure Sam Hallis is all right, because they're going to say potentially it could be classed as concussion. George Flanagan urging the Bulls to set their defensive structure on the line, and they get the call from the Bulls physio that Hallis will have to undertake the concussion head test, and Liam Kirk will quickly get rid of the tracksuit and he will come on, so that interchange won't count as a legal interchange because it's a head concussion test. So Sam Hallis won't play any further part in this game, at least for the next 10-15 minutes. Widnes, they can smell blood. They're 10 metres out from the Bradford line in a centre field position underneath the post as it goes back towards Johnston. Johnston to Chapelhow. Chapelhow towards the Bradford line. Can't get there. Flanagan pushes him back in the field of play. 2 tackles remaining here for the Vikings. This Bulls resilience in defence, holding firm. Danny Craven in front of the post. 4th tackle gone. Drop goal. That could be crucial come the scheme of things at the end. It restores the Vikings to score advantage, and it's 21 points to 14. Good game management there from the Vikings.
Yeah, it's good game management, but as well I think it shows how much respect that Widnes has shown us and how good our D actually is. They could have easily gone and tried to get a double deal, roll it in, but they didn't want to take that risk. They wanted to get it to 2 scores because the boys are defending really well, and they know that we can be a threat at any moment in an half.
Dewsbury Rams 12, Sheffield Eagles 0 at the Tetleys Stadium. It's Swinton 8, Featherstone 18, and the York City Knights under James Ford, wow, doing great things in 2019. They lead Halifax by 28 points to 10, and York now, they have to be considered a dark horse for the top 5 playoff places. The Bradford Bulls, have they forced an error? The ball has come loose. George Flanagan has caught a stray arm to the face from Gelling, and Gareth Hewer has stopped the clock and is now going to come over towards George Flanagan. Is this going to be another Bulls player that has to have the head concussion test? No. The Bulls physio thumbs up, gets the all clear. Steve Crossley just having a word with referee Gareth Hewer, and the referee just talking to Steve Crossley, and he'll put the incident on report.
I think, Mick, if they have a look back at that, he's led with his elbow into a carry the front row. I know he's looked to clock George after something George has said, and I think he might cop a ban after that on report.
Well, it was Het Cahill who plays the ball, so it was him and Anthony Gelling were the 2 Widnes players involved in the ruck. James Green concedes the penalty, didn't clear the ruck. James Green says his arm was trapped under Danny Craven's. And a crucial period in this game, Ross, here now. 18 minutes to go. You feel this one's going away from the Bulls?
Yeah, it's slipping away from us a bit. You know, we need to get that discipline back. A few scrappy penalties there. I think the referee's been done on that one again. As he's trapped Greeny in. But yeah, the boys have really just got to get control of this ruck area and try to claw his way back in.
Shane Christopher saying, what a game so far, certainly winnable from the Bradford Bulls. Widnes 21, Bradford 14. A great afternoon of rugby league here in Cheshire. A try now for the Vikings, might just be too much of a mountain to climb for the Bulls, we shall see. Craven, Gilmore, kick through behind the line, Marty Wildy, body on the line, turns his back to face his own line and recovers the ball for the Bradford Bulls. They're still hanging in there in difficult circumstances. No Jordan Lilly, remember. He failed a late fitness test ahead of this game. John Keir about to make his 5th interchange of the afternoon. Callum Bustin warming up below our commentary position. Farrell, ball in hand on that left-hand edge for the Bulls. 4th tackle gone. Bradford just outside their own 20-metre line. Flanagan to Green. Green attacking Farnworth and Chapelhow. Last tackle on their own 30. Pickersgill. It's a bit of a wobbler. It'll find touch. 10 metres inside the Vikings half. And Bradford, they want to start thinking about some clock management here. 16 minutes to go. Steve Crossley urging them to form the scrum and force the referee to perhaps call time off. We do have the shot clocks in operation, so 30 seconds on the clock, and Widnes, they're going to take every last seconds as the shot clock runs down. Keenan Brand on tackle 1 from the base of the scrum. Gelling in at dummy half. Looks towards Crossley. Meets Bustin. Bustin, Crossley. Bring down Gelling. The Kiwi. Brought down. 10 metres inside the Bradford half. 2 tackles gone. Johnston out of dummy half. On that left-hand edge. Looking for options. Referee Gareth Ewers has held, and Sam Wilde will have to go back and he'll have to play the ball. 30 minutes, 30 metres out. 15 minutes remaining here. Hep Cahill meets Bustin. And Flanagan in a 2-man tackle. The Vikings, 2 tackles remaining on this set of 6. They're 20 metres out in front of the post. It goes towards Gilmore. Gilmore to Gelling. Gelling a reverse pass down the middle. And Owens is going to be wrapped up there on the last. 15 metres out. It goes to Danny Craven. Crossfield kick. Looking to put Defogging Johnston under pressure. And Defogging Johnston has been taken out. And here we go. It's on. There's a bit of a schmozzle over on the far stand side. They're all grabbing each other, trying to break each other away. It's a penalty to the Bradford Bulls because Defogging Johnston was taken out by Keenan Brand and Christine in the air. So at the very least, it's going to be a penalty to the Bradford Bulls. And the referee and touch judges, they've got a bit of a job to sort things out here, Ross. I think it's ultimately going to be a bit of a warning, a bit of a cooling down from the referee, and still a penalty to the Bulls, but they're still in with a chance. They're trailed by 7.
Yeah, you know, this second half has got scrappy, and the referee needed to get on top of stuff, you know. As D's gone up for the ball, you've seen the defender just pull him down. He's fallen quite dangerously, to be fair, on his back. You can see why he's been upset and frustrated, and you've seen why the bodies have been flying in. But yeah, I think the referee really needs to get hold of this second half because it's becoming that bit scrappy, you know. And I think we need to just get all that discipline on ourselves, you know, keep all this ball, play sets. We've got to be aware of the clock and but I think all we've got to do, as soon as we get a few sets in there half and we build some pressure of our own, then, you know, we've seen and we've shown that we can score tries, you know, with the likes of Ethan Ryan on one edge. Anything's possible for the boys, and all we've got to do is just really get ourselves into their territory and just build on it.
Well, Keenan Brown, the winger for the Vikings, see to Gareth Ewer there, he was always looking at the ball. Well, you can look at the ball all you want. The minute you make contact with Defogging Johnson and his feet are off the ground and you force Defogging Johnson to land in an uncomfortable, awkward position, it is always going to be a penalty. So Bradford, they'll tap the ball 5 metres out from their own try line. And Gareth Ewer says it's another penalty, and here we go. It's all on here. There's punches being thrown. They all come running in, Ross.
I said he needs to get control of this half, and about 4 people have flown in on Callum Bustin. You know, there's something going on that the boys aren't happy about because they've flown straight in. And you know, it's getting a bit ridiculous. You know, I don't know what the penalty count is, Mick, but maybe evening out about 8 all round or something. But yeah, he needs to get hold of it because it can explode this one. And like I said, straight after that tackle in the air, forced him on his neck. Surely it's a team penalty now. Surely it must be.
Well, the penalty count 10-6 now in favour of the Bradford Bulls. 16 in total from Super League referee Gareth Ewer. And he's going to keep it at 13-13. And the Bull supporters, they were appealing for a card. And Christine Hepcale, they're on the final warning. And Steve Crossley now having a word with Gareth Ewer. Why wasn't anybody in the bin for running in? That incident on report. And more boos and jeers from the Bulls faithful. Bradford via Rhys Evans. They'll tap the ball on that left-hand edge. Tackle number 1, 5 shy of halfway. We've got 14 minutes remaining, and Bradford receive another penalty. And Elliot Minchella now says to Widnes, to Gareth Ewer, Widnes are on the team warning at long last. And referee Gareth Ewer losing patience.
I think we're starting to see a few cracks with this team's temperament, really. And yeah, the boys have got a ball in this half. Hopefully we can build and capitalise on this, because if we score on this set, then their heads will fully go. They will capitulate, I reckon.
This is it, Ross. This is the set. 30 metres out from the Vikings line. The Bulls, 6 tackles to narrow the gap and get themselves firmly back in this game. Your 100% record on Pulse 2, Ross. Oh, it all depends on this set. 13 minutes to go. Callum Bustin's brought down. 30 metres out on tackle 1. It now goes to Flanagan, to Crossley. Crossley sucks in the Widnes defence, finds Flanagan in support. Flanagan with a hop, skip, jump. He's brought down 20 metres out now from the Widnes line. He's wriggling forward, gains a couple of metres. How good's the defensive line speed of the Vikings? Minchella's brought down on tackle number 4. 12 metres out now in front of the post. It goes to Crossley, to Wilde, towards Matty Staunton. Matty Staunton twisting and turning. He's brought down on the last tackle. 2 metres out from the Vikings line. Will George go out of dummy half to Crossley? Steve Crossley's got the ball down. The referee says it's short. It's no try. Steve Crossley, inches, millimetres from getting the Bulls back in this game, and the scoreboard still reads Widnes 21, Bradford 14.
Yeah, awesome set from the boys there, Steve. Inches away, but this is where we can build pressure. Look at this Widnes line. There's so many men bent over on their haunches. And now it's time for us to build that same pressure they've been under, you know, because we've finally only just got in this half, and, you know, they're looking a bit disjointed, they're looking a bit all over the place, and, you know, we need a massive defensive set, and I think the boys still can get something out of this game, and I think you're seeing that as everyone's been instilled, everyone's buzzed up, and, yeah, everyone's raring to go for this set because we can smell blood, and we know that we can actually get something from this game, so, you know, great response from the boys, awesome.
Tom Flynn says, if you're not listening to this game, it has been a fantastic game of rugby league. Despite going down 12-0, Bradford have fought back and they're still in this game. What a game this is turning out to be, and it's still not over. Bradford not giving the Vikings an inch. They're having to work incredibly hard for all points this afternoon. A wayward pass by Christine. 30 out from his own line has been picked off by Rhys Evans, the Welsh international. And Bradford have another chance here at the Halton Stadium to get back in this game. 11 minutes remaining. Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2. As Farrell is brought down by Craven and Gilmore on that right-hand edge. Flanagan, cool, calm, composed, out of dummy half to Busting, to Crossley. Crossley back to Busting. Half break for Kirk. Kirk, 10 metres out from the Widnes line now. Tries to get a quick play the ball in. It's George Flanagan. Flanagan against the Vikings defence. Still going George Flanagan. He tries to appeal for a penalty, no forthcoming. Last tackle, Bradford. 5 metres out, 5 to the right-hand side of the post. It goes from Minchella to Wilde. Crossfield kick looking for Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan against Anthony Gelling. Gelling's forced dead in goal. goal line dropout, is it? Although Gelling has somehow rolled back in the field of play. A huge moment in this game. And now listen to the home crowd. They're getting on the back of the Cumbrian official because they know a penalty here to the Vikings will potentially give Widnes the game. Jordan Johnston will force Hewer to stop the clock. He's down inside his own 20 with cramp. Ross, time to put the Bulls Live Man of the Match poll on Twitter and Facebook. Give me 4 Bradford players that they can listen to.
I'm going to go with Matt Wildy, Elliot Mitchell. I'm going to say Ross Oakes for his carries as well. And another one. I'd have to say probably. So I've got Matty Wilder, Elliot Mitchell. I throw Connor Farley in the mix as well because he's really been carrying ball forward.
So there we are. You can vote for Ross Oakes, Elliot Mitchell, Matty Wilde and Connor Farrell. So those are the 4 players who Ross has chosen. It's up to you, the loyal Pulse 2 listeners. The poll will be going up on the Twitter account and also the Facebook page. Bradford restricting Widnes to just 30 metres on that set of 6. Kick long and hard from Danny Craven, tapped back by Ethan Ryan, and here comes Ethan Ryan now. 10 minutes remain. 7 points the difference. What a defensive effort from both sides in this second half. It was 18-14 at half-time, just the Jack Owens penalty 2 minutes into the second half, and then that Danny Craven drop goal on the hour mark the difference this afternoon. Hallison there at dummy half as Matty Stalling gets to his feet, plays the ball, and Bradford have gone without the ball there. Miscommunication, and that could be one error too many, and now there's a penalty 40 metres out from the Bradford line for laying on in the tackle as Harrison Hansen comes on the field for the Vikings. Kieran Purtell doesn't want to go for 2. He's just got the message out to Danny Craven to find touch on the far stand side. And 20 metres out now from the Bradford line with 8 minutes remaining. You've got to suspect this set of 6 is going to take a minute off the clock, and the ball's against the scoreboard and the clock. But what an effort and performance this has been. Hansen, fresh back on the field, brought down 5 metres out from the Bradford line. Johnston in at dummy half, looking for options, wins the penalty. Bradford guilty of trapping the arm, says referee Gareth Hewer. And the penalty count now says 11-8. Still against the Vikings, but 2 consecutive penalties have got the Vikings in good field position. Farnworth on tackle 1. Farrell in defence. Still messing and shoving around at the play of the ball as it goes towards Hep Cahill. Cahill back to Craven. Craven to Gilmore. Gilmore looks for support. Crossley comes in with Evans. Good tackle there from the Bulls. Farnworth brought down 10 metres out from the Bradford line as they go on that left-hand edge towards Christine. Crossley comes in again with Evans once again. It's certainly a lot of effort in defence from the Bulls here. Certainly trying to put pressure on the Vikings. They need the ball. There's 6.5 minutes remaining. 4th tackle gone, 1 tackle remaining. The Vikings underneath the Bradford post. It's going to go to Gilmore. Gilmore out wide on this right-hand edge to Brad Walker. Walker keeps the ball going. It's going in towards Owen, towards Ince. Ryan Ince in at the corner. Has he got the ball down? Referee Gareth Hewer looks towards the touch judge, points the finger, and that is heartbreak for the Bradford Bulls here at the Halton Stadium. Such a heroic defensive display, but in the end, the Vikings, just that little bit too much class. They lead the Bulls 25 points to 14. But oh boy, the Vikings will know they have been in a battle this afternoon.
Yeah, I feel it come from, us putting pressure on ourselves with silly mistakes, and that's given Widnes far too much field position, and I think I don't know if it's too much class really, Mick. I think it would just come from we solved that and we had that solved. We had 3 bodies in the tackle, but no one locked up the ball. You know, and at the end of the day, it's an offload that's killed us, and we really could have solved that, and we should have solved that. But you know, fatigue has set in, and let the arm get free for the offload, and take nothing away from him. It is a great finish in the corner, but yeah, if we've been a bit smarter in certain areas, and we've not built that pressure on ourselves, you know, we could have solved it. And yeah, I think that's a poor try to concede, and we should have solved it really. But you know, you can't knock the effort from the boys. There's some tired bodies out there, and they've put everything on the line. Yeah, so it's been great effort, no fault in that. But yeah, just a poor try to concede there to really put us up against it with 5 minutes left.
Jack Owens' conversion attempt from the touchline drifts to the right hand side of the post. 5 minutes remaining on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon. 11 points the gap now, and the Bulls, you suspect, they're going to go for a short restart. They need the ball back to be in with a chance. And it is Brandon Picker's goal. A shallow restart. Steve Crossley's let it bounce. He's offside there, the Widnes man. Penalty to the Bradford Bulls. This one's not over yet. Accidental offside, but it is still a penalty. And we've got 5 minutes remaining. If Bradford can score here, oh my word, strap yourselves in. 35 metres out from that Widnes try line. It really is now or never from the Bradford Bulls. Such a spirited performance as Wilde fires it to Kirk on tackle 1. Kirk back to Hallis, to Wilde, to Staunton. Staunton brought down 15 metres out in front of the post. Hallis surveying the landscape. Has Kirk on the right, finds Kirk. Kirk along the line to Crossley. Crossley, flick on pass there towards Busting. Busting's brought down on the 3rd tackle, 10 metres out from the Widnes line. It's now going to go to Kirk again. It goes to Wilde. Wilde's kick, intended for Ethan Ryan, has hit Cahill's leg, and Gareth Ewer says that wasn't played at, and that is tackle number 4. We've got 4 minutes remaining here at the Halton Stadium. It goes from Hallis to Kirk. Kirk is brought down 5 metres out on the last tackle. Hallis from dummy half. Hallis has got it down. Hallis has got a try for the Bradford Bulls, and it's game back on here. There's still time on the clock, Ross.
Yeah, it's still time on the clock. You know, we're getting the ball back, 3 minutes left. Great spirit there from Sammy Hallis just to go over and barge his way over there. You know, I said to you, Mick, if we'd have scored, this Widnes team does look disjointed and all over the place, and I think we've gifted them a try there. And yeah, they're doing a bit of soul searching here, and they're trying to waste some time. But like I said, Mick, there's plenty of chances for us in this game when we're just in their half, and when we finally get in their half, we get some points on the board.
What a first try of the season from Sam Hallis. His quick thinking, and Widnes in no real hurry onto the halfway line. And Gareth Ewer, he will have to stop the clock because we've got 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Strap yourselves in, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going to go the distance this afternoon. 25 points to 20. The war cry of "Come on you Bulls" now can be heard in the Halton Stadium as the floodlights come on. The Bulls are going to have 2 full sets of 6. You feel it goes now to Crossley on the restart. The attendance this afternoon, here this afternoon,
Championship game is 5,335. That's
5,335 in attendance here. Manny Staunton on the 2nd tackle to Wilde, to Busting. Busting's brought down 20 metres out from his own try line. The Bulls 80 metres away from the prize. It goes from Minchella towards Farrell. Farrell's a clear. He's looking for support. Farrell up to his own 40-metre line. Gets the ball going. Tackle not completed, says Gareth Ewer. Picker's goal to Minchella. Minchella in centre field. He's brought down 5 metres out from the halfway line. And we've still got time as Hallis goes through a gap. Hallis is away. Hallis down the middle. Finds the support from Wilde. Wilde to Evans. Evans is brought down 5 metres out. It's the last tackle from the Bulls. There's 2 minutes remaining. It goes wide to Minchella. Minchella! Elliot Minchella! Minchella
I don't know what's going on, but it's for what? I don't know what that penalty for, because that was not crossing at all. That was not crossing at all. He's given Widnes a penalty for crossing, but he was never seen crossing at whatsoever. He never. I don't know how the touch judges give that, but it was never crossing at all.
I'm absolutely speechless. I am absolutely speechless with that decision, Ross Peltier. Elliot Minchella has had a legitimate try ruled out here at the Holden Stadium. Widnes scrambling back, 6s and 7s in defence. And the Bulls, oh my word, that will cause some controversy in the post-match press conference. And now Bradford, the need to get the ball back off the Vikings as Christine is brought down over on the far stand side. An unbelievable end to this game. Everybody here thought Elliot Minchella had sealed a miraculous comeback. There was 4 minutes remaining and the Bulls, they were down by 11. We've got 75 seconds remaining here. Widnes on the halfway line with Harrison Hansen. Hansen's going to run a little bit of time off the clock. And the Bulls defending. They need the ball back. 4th tackle gone here for the Vikings. We'll have to look at the replay of that controversial decision that has seen Elliot Minchella denied a game-winning try. 50 seconds remaining. Widnes 5 metres inside the Bradford half. It is the last tackle here at the Holden Stadium. It's a slow pedestrian play the ball from Hep Cahill. And Craven drills it down into touch. 20 metres out from the Bradford line, and the Bulls now have to stop the clock. We've got 24 seconds, 22 seconds. Gareth Ewer will stop the clock, and there is 17 seconds remaining in this game. Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Ross is still speechless. He feels a huge sense of injustice from referee Gareth Ewer, who, to be fair, was ready to point the finger. It was the touch judge on the far stand side who saw something. So, from this scrum, deep inside their own half, the Bulls have 10 seconds. It's a Hail Mary play. Are we going to see something miraculous here at the Holden Stadium? Matty Wildy's kick straight down towards the Vikings defence will end up in the arms of Widnes interchange forward Owen Farnworth, and that is heartbreak for the Bradford Bulls. Full time here at the Holden Stadium. Widnes Vikings 25, Bradford Bulls 20.